and welcome to this July 2026 Pick a Card reading. Now, July already feels as if it's going to be expansive and bring us in blessings, and that's because at the end of July, wow, Jupiter and the Sun will form a conjunction, which is going to give us a sense of possibility and opportunity. But we do have Mercury retrograde to contend with, so we will be looking as well at what you need to review. Okay, you have pile 1, Sagittarius, expand. All right, exactly the energy I was talking about. Pile 2, you have Venus, beloved. And pile 3, Leo, shine. Well, very July energy. I have to say, these are all beautiful cards. All right, so let's just get these slightly lined up and get some witches runes. So pile 1, you have the Sun rune. Okay. Pile 2, you have Crossroads. And pile 3, you have Harvest. So take as long as you need to decide which one of these beautiful piles you feel most drawn to. Of course, you can watch more than one reading as well. I will, as always, leave the camera running for a very short while, and when you have chosen, I'll see you in your readings. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Wow, what an amazing combination you have here with this Sun rune and the Sagittarius card, expand. You know, I think July is going to be extra special for you, pile 1, because Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion and abundance, and I feel that that's what you're going to be welcoming in, because this Sun rune, I mean, this is the rune of vitality, of growth, of happiness, of joy. So there could be some great adventure up ahead for you. And this card is actually asking you to look at the bigger picture as well, to think big. Right, you have, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive, and a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Interesting. I'm wondering if something global is happening for you. Now, you've got 2 cards here. You've got round and round, and you've got serendipity. Now I'm going to put this one on top because the serendipity card is absolutely beautiful. I think you are going to receive. So like I said, I think, you know, July is going to be very lucky for you. Now the round and round card is a card of perhaps going over the same thing, not quite getting anywhere, and I wonder if that's what's going to shift for you in July, if things are going to move forward. Okay, you have stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. Wow. This is just unbelievable. This card is about you discovering your soul's intention. And when you do that, literally you become a master of manifestation. My goodness me. And actually the Lionsgate portal opens at the end of July as well. Okay, I'm going to take that one. And you have awakening. All right. What will you be awakening to, pile one? I think you're awakening to your destiny. And I'm going to move these over ever so slightly so that we can get in the tarot. And I think you're breaking a cycle. You know what's interesting? This is your position for the Mercury retrograde. And I think you're being asked to take another look at what's blocking you from moving forward. Now, we see here you are moving forward. You definitely are. Serendipity is about things falling into place, aligning, signs and symbols being revealed to you. And that's exactly what you're going to be reviewing. I think you're being asked to look at your situation under a different light and to see that life is happening for you. This card here, it's safe for you to receive. I think this is your position of what is opening for you. You are going to realize that you are now in a position to receive. And the more you give of yourself, the more you receive back. There's definitely been some blocks here, and they are going to be removed. But I think it's because you are going to realize that the magic is already all around you. And whatever it is that you've been trying to push forward, you are going to be able to achieve it because you're going to stop focusing on what's not working and start focusing on what is working. But let's get some tarot, because there very well could be more to this. You have some amazing cards here. I think you are about to align with your purpose. And when you do so, I think everything is going to click into place. All right, so we have the Strength card. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. And I really take self-confidence from that. We have the King of Gabriel. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Yeah, there's definitely something here about you giving to others and the bigger picture. Wow. You have the Nine of Ariel. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Your dreams are fulfilled. This is this serendipity. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. Okay, lovely. Beautiful cards. Then you have perspective. This is the Hangman. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And I'm really drawn to these. The colours of these cards here. How they're really connected. And you are being asked to pause for reflection during that Mercury retrograde period. What can you do better? What can you remove that's blocking you from moving forward? Is it your confidence? Is it your belief or your beliefs? Okay. And you have the 8 of Raphael. This is the 8 of Cups. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. I'm really feeling like there is a spiritual quest for you. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. And look, it's another purple card, as well as this strength card as well. Okay, right, time to move them all over because we can't see the Sun. Now, what is it that you are walking towards? The 8 of Raphael is a card of walking away from something. But of course, when you do that, you are also walking towards something. I think you're walking towards your purpose, your soul's intention. You're walking towards success. And this path may have been blocked, or you working out what it was may have been blocked. But it is definitely going to be lifted. This 9 of Ariel, this 9 of Pentacles, it's an energy of abundance, really. Being financially independent. It's also a card of doing something on your own. Now, I'm wondering, with this Sagittarius card, this also means speaking your truth. I think in July, you are going to do exactly what you want. Your heart's desire, your soul's intention. If you haven't already discovered what that is, I think you will during July. You're literally being asked to take time out to do that. Now, it may involve some courage as well with this strength card coming out, but you are more than capable of doing it. Because the strength card is a reminder of how strong we are, that we're stronger than we know. I think you're also going to discover your self-worth. I mean, the King of Gabriel, the King of Wands, is a very self-assured king. He is so confident. And he's also a generous energy as well. I think you are discovering your worth. You're speaking your truth. And you are going to follow your destiny. This is what you're awakening to. I do feel that you have felt a bit stuck. But once you really take the time to work out what it is that you want, what's holding you back and what no longer resonates with you, then you will move forward. And I think it's in a most spectacular way because you now have the Sun twice. This is success. This is pure joy and happiness. I think you're about to receive quite big, Pile 1. So let's get you some more tarot. Let's get a card for the Strength card. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. So you now have that twice. There is a real independent streak within you coming forward in July, and it is taking you places. This could very well be connected to finances, but this is you finding your voice and your inner confidence to follow your dreams. Okay, let's get a card then for the King of Gabriel. And we have the Four of Swords. And that is another card of taking time out. And this is your position of abundance. You know, with the Sagittarius card coming out, with the King of Wands, you may have just been going full speed ahead and not really having taken enough time just to make sure that you are doing everything to your full potential here. You're definitely being asked to slow down in July and assess where you're going. Okay, now for the Nine of Ariel, you have the Strength card. Isn't that funny how we have the Nine of Pentacles on the Strength card and the Strength card on the Nine of Pentacles? I think you are finding the inner strength, the self-worth, the self-confidence to break a cycle. And like I said, follow your heart and your sense of purpose. Whatever you've been going round and round and not quite completing, finishing, that is what you are going to break away from. Okay, let's get a card then for the Hangman. Oh, my goodness me, I don't believe this. You've got the King of Wands. Wow. You know, look, you might even be a King of Wands. Male or female, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. This King of Wands has Leo on their top. And of course, Leo is born in July, August. And I did say about the Lionsgate portal. I think something around the time of the Lionsgate portal is going to be very blessed and prosperous for you. It could be when the Sun and Jupiter conjunction takes place. I think that's the 29th of July. But something is really shifting in your favour. This is a real big and bold energy. I think you're making really big moves. Okay, so let's get you one last card. Let's get a card for the Eight of Cups. Oh my goodness me. Okay, amazing. The Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Pentacles. And that's what you're leaving behind. I think you're leaving that behind mentally and in the physical world as well. And of course the Five of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold, not being seen. It's quite a card of hardship, really. But this Ace of Swords, this can represent absolute clarity, like a lightning bolt of clarity. I think you're definitely being shown the way forward in a real crystal clear way. You know, it's like the sun is illuminating this path right in front of you. A bit like this pathway here, really. And you can't miss it. Pile 1. Start now to open yourself up to receive information coming towards you. The signs and the symbols around you, things falling into place, chance happenings. Some of you may receive some kind of downloads from the universe, especially with this Ace of Swords, when things come into your mind and make you feel a certain way, you feel connected to something. You're being led forward by the serendipity that is around you. And I think it's already around you. But this round and round card has sort of kept you stuck. There's something you need to attend to, some loose ends, a cycle to break, a bad routine to break. It will be different for everybody. But once you do that, and you are going to do it, you've got the strength twice. There's something here about you being independent. It's almost like you're going it alone, but you're not going to be on your own. This is a very different energy. This is not being on your own and being lonely. This is being strong and bold and independent, knowing you're right, standing in your truth and following it. Pile 1, what an amazing reading. July looks to be life-changing. You are about to make some really bold moves and make an absolute success of it. I really hope the reading has resonated. If it has, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, all those wonderful things that help the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you have Venus, beloved or beloved. I'm not sure which one it is, but Venus is the planet of abundance, the planet of beauty and creativity, and it could be representing your heart and love. We will need to get more cards to find out, but it could also be representing your heart's desires of any kind. And it also has a very creative energy to it as well. Now, you also got the rune of the crossroads. So it looks as if there could be a decision to make in July or a new pathway opening. In fact, it could represent opportunity as well. All right, so let's get you some more cards. Let's get you one of these. And you have no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Okay, you have Treasure Island, so there's definitely something up ahead, an opportunity, a blessing coming in. And it looks as if really you just need to choose to go towards it. Oh, okay. You also have Halls of a Mentee Initiation, Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered, and Initiations. Yeah, there's definitely opportunity out there for you, Pile 2. All right, let's get you one last card. Oh, we got 2, just as I said that. You have Commitment and Healing. So maybe this decision that you need to make is around a commitment, but it looks as if it is bringing in healing, which is lovely. You know, pile 2, I feel as if you may have been going through a bit of a tricky situation or some difficulties. I mean, it could be financial difficulties. This Venus card, I think, could be finances, your abundance in that area. It could be your love life, or it could be something creative that you're trying to get off the ground. There's definitely some decisions needing to be made. And I think this Treasure Island, this is in your Mercury retrograde position. I think you're being asked to reassess what your Treasure Island actually is, what it is that you want, you know, what really calls to you. And then when you know what that is, I think you're being asked to make a commitment to it. I do feel there's an opportunity coming in, but I think you've got to take some kind of responsibility for that and somehow put the things that haven't worked out behind you. I feel like this is something that needs to take place internally, regardless of what's going on the outside. It's a bit like you make your own luck. You know, you take back your own power, and then that's when the healing takes place. Now, whatever this decision is, whatever this opportunity is that's coming in for you, and I do think there is an opportunity, you are being asked to commit to it. And of course, that could be quite scary. You could be fearful of making a commitment, but I think it's through making a commitment to something that the healing starts to take place. And by creating your own luck, taking responsibility for your own life, because there's definitely opportunity in July for you. But let's get you some tarot. All right, let's get a card then for Venus. What's coming in? We have the Page of Raphael. So it says, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. You could have an offer of love here. Right, you also have decision. I do think you have a decision to make around your love life. This is actually the Devil card. Release yourself from which holds you back and need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. You know, you may be fearful of getting into a relationship or committing further to a relationship, but I think this is where you're being asked to really sit down and work out what it is that you want. You have the Two of Ariel. It is important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. And if, for those of you that this isn't a relationship, this is around something creative and your work, where you're putting your energy. You have the Nine of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. And that feels like a very strong Venus energy. I do feel there is something very abundant coming in for you. And then you have the Seven of Ariel. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. So I think this is about commitment, isn't it? This is something that you need to be in for the long run. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. This is something that will come to fruition through commitment. And at the bottom of the deck you have the King of Gabriel. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Okay, let's move these over. As always, I never seem to be able to work out where the cards need to go. Okay. This is interesting because I still feel that this could be love for some of you or something creative for some of you. Whatever it is about your heart's desire. And you are going to be presented with an opportunity, a decision, and you are going to need to make your mind up. You're going to have to decide, balance things up, what you really want in life. And then when you make that decision, you need to commit to it one way or another, I guess. But what you might need to be deciding upon is whether you're doing this alone, whether you're committing to a relationship or whether you're going to go it alone, or perhaps in your creative world, whether you're going to start up on your own or even co-create with somebody. Because with this King of Gabriel coming out, the King of Gabriel is an entrepreneur. So perhaps you are thinking of starting a business or going it alone in your career. Either way, you need to decide if this is something you're doing on your own or something you're doing with somebody else or other people. What do you desire with the Treasure Island card? And what do you have time for? What do you have energy for? Either way, when you make this decision, I kind of feel like there's no turning back from it. And then time will tell if you've made the right decision. I can't make that decision for you, but we can get some more cards. Okay, let's get a card then for the Page of Raphael. And we have the Page of Swords. I feel with this Page of Swords, this Page of Swords could represent a contract of some sort, but it could also represent you needing to get more information. But I do also feel that this Page of Swords is asking you to be quite discerning with how you speak as well. You're very intuitive though, pile 2. Definitely. Right, let's get you a card for the Decision card for the Devil. And you have the Justice card. And I've just realised that this Devil card here and the no more complaining, it's further confirmation really of you needing to take responsibility for your own life, to take your power back. There's definitely a decision here for you to make with the Justice card coming out. Something that really works for you. What is your treasure island, pile 2? I think with the Justice coming out, you are going to get that empowerment to actually stop holding yourself back and feeling like you have no control over the way that your life goes. You have options. That's what this Crossroads rune is telling you. There are options out there for you. You just need to know what your treasure island is, what it is that you want, and then commit to that. Okay, let's get you a card for the Two of Ariel. And you have the Knight of Swords. It wouldn't surprise me if some of you have got to make a choice almost between a relationship and a career path. And that might be what you need to weigh up, or whether you can fit both of them into your life. But what I'm seeing here is, with this Knight of Swords coming in, I think you're being presented with this opportunity or this relationship, however it resonates for you, and there is going to be the need for a decisive decision. I know I've said that, but I almost feel like there is a bit of a time to it. You know, you might need to make it quite quickly, a bit of a time limit to it. Now, don't make it too quickly. Use your logic and your heart. If you can get both your heart and your mind to agree, then you know you've made the right decision. And that could be what the balance is with this Two of Pentacles. This is about not thinking too logically and not thinking logically at all. I think what you've got coming in July is very exciting. Okay, let's get you a card for the Nine of Ariel. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords. You know, this position is what your soul is guiding you towards, and it's going to become very clear with this Ace of Swords coming out, because the Ace of Swords is a card of absolute clarity, and it might happen when you least expect it. You might find yourself trying to weigh up this decision, and then all of a sudden something comes to you and you decide, yes, that's what I want. I kind of feel that you might go around in a circle a bit and find it a bit stressful, and then all of a sudden it's going to just become very, very clear. It's a card of breakthrough. You're going to commit to something, whether it's love or whether it's something to do with your career. Right, let's just get you one last card. Let's get a card for the Seven of Ariel. There it is. And you have the Star, which is a card of healing. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Another card of commitment. What I do know is whatever you're deciding to pursue, whether it's love, whether it's career, something creative, you are going to commit to it one way or another, and you are, however difficult it's going to be, I do feel it's going to be a little bit tricky to make your mind up at first. Then it's just going to come to you like a flash of insight, and then you will fully commit for the long run, because you have this Seven of Pentacles, but you are going to feel as if you have made the right decision. You're not going to regret it. You are going to fully know, and that is going to continue to unfold as time goes on, because you have healing twice. I feel that this opportunity, it says it right there, Treasure Island. I feel that what's coming in is part of your wish fulfillment with the star coming out. This is something you have dreamt of. And whatever that dream is, you are being asked to not hold yourself back, not be indecisive, to follow your heart, to work out exactly what it is that you want in your life, what you can take on and what you can't. Because the opportunity coming in for you is success and happiness, but it is, like I said, it is wish fulfillment. Pile 2, you have something really spectacular coming in July. And although at first it will feel as if you cannot make your mind up and you may feel under pressure, but I think taking the time to really weigh up all the options and all the possibilities, you will find that the decision will just come to you, and you will know that this is what you want to commit to, and even better, you will know that you have made the right decision. I really hope the reading has resonated. If it has, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, all those wonderful things that help the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So, you have this spectacular Leo card, Shine. I think you're being asked to go out there and be bold and be seen. You know, this is a real amazing energy of lighting up a room. And in fact, some of you may well even be in the spotlight with this Leo card. And with this harvest rune here as well, it's connected to your abundance. There's something here that you're reaping. You're reaping in the rewards of your bravery, your ability to go out there and be seen. Okay, you have take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Yes, there is new opportunity out there. Oh my goodness me. Milk and honey. Wow. I tell you what, whatever you're thinking of doing, whatever opportunity you are going for, you are going to reap the reward. You just have to be big and bold and be seen. Wow, how amazing is that? Okay, you also have crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. And my goodness me, it looks as if you have some real vibrational energy in July. All right, let's get you one last card. And you have Voyage, hey? Wow. What adventures are you going on, Pile 3? Whatever this adventure is you really are being asked to take a risk. If the Fool card comes out, I will not be surprised at all, because this is really telling you to go out there, be bold, be seen. Even if you don't know where this is going, what the outcome is, your cards are telling you to have confidence. And at the end of it, there is a harvest. There is milk and honey. And actually, it will become clear. I think you're going to attract opportunity and abundance into your life when you go for this. I also think as well, perhaps because you've got the milk and honey in your Mercury retrograde position, I think you just need to make sure you know exactly what it is that you want, because I just feel you are going to manifest what you focus on. These are really spectacular cards. And to have this harvest rune here as well. Yeah, there's a real element of being brave and just going for it. Okay, but let's get some tarot for you. All right, let's get a card for the Leo card and find out what is coming in July. You have the Magician. Yes, this is what I mean. You are some kind of super manifester. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Okay, let's get a card then for Take a Divinely Guided Chance. And this is your position of luck. You have the Four of Michael. So that is the Four of Swords, and it says, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. You know, I think this is just going to become clear to you. Take the time, meditate, walk in nature, and just allow this to come to you. I mean, you may have been weighing this up for a while, how you're going to go about this. And I think you're being asked here to actually make time, make the space to come up with a plan of how you're going to go forward. All right. And I did notice as well, you've got 51 and 51. I think the number 51 is significant in some way. Okay, let's get a card then for milk and honey. And you have the Seven of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. And this is in that Mercury retrograde position. What do you need to reassess? What do you need to just go back over and have another look at? And this Seven of Gabriel is asking you to stand up for yourself. There's definitely something here that you really want. And it just feels as if during the retrograde you need to go back over what that is and create a plan. I don't know if you've tried this before. It's certainly something that you've wanted for a while. You're really being asked to believe in yourself. Okay, let's get a card for the Crystal Skull Wisdom. And you have the 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So this standing up for yourself, doing what you believe in, going for your milk and honey, this may very well require that you put down some of your responsibilities one way or another. Now, the Leo card asks you to be generous, but not to your own detriment. And I feel that you've had far too much on your plate. And you know, July may just be an opening of a time. Perhaps you are having a break, you know, a summer holiday or something like that, where you have time now to hatch a plan, to go back and look at this dream that you have. I just feel like there is a window of opportunity in July for you to go back over something, adjust the finer details, let go of some responsibilities, commitments, and make time and space for your dreams. Something that you really want to go for. Because with this Magician card here, you are manifesting. And this is why you've got this high vibrational energy. So be really clear about what you want. Okay, you also have the Page of Ariel. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is a seed that you want to plant. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. Yeah, this is about doing what you want. And there you have it. The Fool card. I knew it would come out. Leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Yeah, this is all about doing what you want. Be brave, be bold, and go for it. Let's just get these in. So we can have this right over. This is really important, this card. Listen to your heart. You know, there's a time to help others, and then there's time to help yourself. And this is about you. Whether it's embarking on a course, whether it's pursuing a dream job, training into something new, whether it's starting a business, you really need to go for it, because let's not forget, you've got that harvest rune there, and whatever you put into action, whatever you put into motion, it is going to reap success. This is really, really exciting, Pile 3. And whatever restrictions, responsibilities, whatever's weighing you down, you are going to find clarity around how to release yourself from it. But you may and probably will have to set some boundaries here as well. It's about taking back your personal power. All right, let's get you some more cards. Let's get a card for the Magician. I'll take that one. And you have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about expansion. It's about the idea, then the plan, and then actually going out and doing it and waiting for the results to come in. It's like setting your intentions and then taking action towards it. I feel July is very much about reassessing the dream, what it is that you want, making sure you know exactly what you want, your intentions, creating the plan, and then setting that plan in motion. And it's interesting because actually on the Rider-Waite deck, the Three of Wands is like a dock or a harbour with, some people say ships going out, some people say ships coming in. I think it's both. It's you sending your ships out and then also waiting for your ships to come in. And we've got this big ship here. There's something big coming in for you. Okay, let's get a card then for the Four of Michael. And you have the King of Swords. Now, there could be something here about communication. The King of Swords is a real intelligent and wise and very sharp communicator. In fact, the King of Swords could be somebody that's going to assist you with this. Now, whether this is your own wisdom and integrity, or whether this is someone assisting you, I do feel after much deliberation, thinking and time mulling this over, you are going to get clarity. The King of Swords is very, very clear. And I think this seems to be quite a theme in your reading. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever your intention is, you are manifesting it. It's so important. It's like the planning part and the intention is more important because the manifestation part is just going to fall into place. Okay, let's get you a card then for the Seven of Gabriel. And you have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords can present in a couple of different ways. I think there's something here connected to integrity. I think your integrity with the King of Swords, but potentially other people's as well. And perhaps because this is coming under the Mercury retrograde position, just make sure that everybody you are dealing with is above board, as well as making it very, very clear as to what you expect as well. You make yourself clear, and then it's easier for you to judge whether those around you are acting with integrity as well. But there's definitely something here about you being very clear and communicating very clearly with other people. But your honesty and your integrity is extremely important. So just keep an eye out for that. You know, you can't blame other people for things. This is about you claiming your personal power. Okay, let's get a card then for the Ten of Gabriel. And you have the Empress. Beautiful. This just feels like it's your time to receive, pile 3. And of course, the Empress is an indication of abundance as well. And I do feel once you put down these burdens, these responsibilities, things will become clearer. It will give you a much higher vibrational energy. And the Empress and the Magician, this is real manifestation energy. Okay, let's get you then one last card for the Page of Ariel. There it is. And you have the Four of Swords. So you have the Four of Swords twice. And on the bottom of this deck, the Page of Cups. With the Four of Swords coming out on top of this Page of Pentacles, I feel that this new adventure, this leap of faith that you plan or actually take during July is something that will unfold slowly. There's no need to rush this. I think you will have the solid ground or groundwork done in July, and then you will find yourself in a position where you can relax more. I think the Page of Cups is a return to trusting how things will unfold. Any doubts or concerns about others will be removed. But I also feel that this Page of Cups is another indication that you need to listen to your heart. Trust your intuition here. When it comes to people, when it comes to taking the time to decide what you want and how you're going to go about it, there is no need to get to the end goal quickly. In fact, I think this will take time. This is something that has real potential for growth into the future. What I do know, Pile 3, is July is going to be extremely exciting. I think you're going to feel exhilarated by just the very doing of taking this leap of faith, this divinely guided chance. What you have coming in eventually is very, very big. It's very abundant with the Harvest Rune and the Empress, and with milk and honey. All you have to do is shine, be bold, take a leap of faith, and your powers of manifestation will take care of the rest. Pile 3, I really hope the reading has resonated. If it has, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things that make the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon.